guys, Allison here. Let's play through day 3 of summer with our year 1 walkthrough. Alright, as usual, we're going to check our TV for weather and luck. That will affect what we do on any given day. And our weather forecast for tomorrow is going to be clear and sunny. Alright, fair enough. Fortune teller, what does she have to say for herself?
That's what I thought. Don't go, you hear me?
Spirits are in good humor today. All right, little extra luck. Maybe we can do some mind diving if we have time a little bit later on. And any new recipes from the Queen of Sauce. Omelet. We already know how to make that one. All right, so we already know how to cook an omelet. And let's go out and do our morning chores. All right, so Mayor Lewis lost his lucky purple shorts. We need to find them discreetly and he will pay them well. So what we need to do in order to accomplish that task is to make friends with Marnie to the point where we can get into her bedroom.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about.
That requires that we are at 4 hearts in our friendship. So I think we only have 1 or 2 with her right now, so we need to start plying her with gifts and trying to talk to her as much as possible so we can get into her bedroom and get Mayor Lewis his lucky purple shorts. Hello to the dog, water the dog.
Ew, dog water.
And our barn is finally done, so we can go and get ourselves a cow so we can get moving on that community center. But in the meantime, let's grab 10 hay because we need them for our fodder bundle in the community center. All right, back to watering. Favorite task for the day as usual. If we only had some rain, we wouldn't have to worry about that, but oh well.
I've been in line for 10 fucking years.
All right, so we've got $3,000. A cow costs $1,500. And Marnie is not otherwise occupied with aerobics or whatever the hell it is that she does on Mondays, so we can go get ourselves a cow today. We will also need to get a milk pail in order to harvest the milk from that cow, which is another $1,000. We probably won't worry about that today because it takes the cow, I believe, 5 days to mature. So we have another 5 days from the time we get the cow before they're going to be producing anything we need. So we can hold off at this point on spending that extra money on the milk pail because we don't really need it for the time being.
Well, Lottie frickin' da!
In the meantime, we will water all of our crops. We're getting there. About quarter to halfway done so far. And we've got everything planted that we need for our community center bundle, and to make a fair bit of cash, we got a lot more blueberries than anything else. That way we can use those as our moneymaker. They give us multiple blueberries on any given harvest and multiple harvests throughout the course of the summer. I believe they take 14 days to mature, maybe only 11. So for now we're just watering them sort of to no end other than hopefully getting them to grow. But once that money making starts coming in, we are going to be in good shape as far as our finances go, and we should be able to afford pretty much everything we need to get done this summer, including upgrading our axe, buying a cow, that milk pail, hopefully building a coop and getting some chickens, and then maybe starting to upgrade some of our buildings so we can get goats and pigs for the community center bundle. May not be able to do all of that quite by the end of summer, but I think we'll get pretty close.
Pretty, 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 pretty.
Alright, so we're going to build a beehive here. I'm collecting the stuff for that. That requires 8 coal, 40 wood, an iron bar, and a maple syrup. We will get another maple syrup that we can donate to the community center in fairly short order. For now, let's get that beehive going because we need a honey for the community center artisan bundle regardless, and because the money makes a great gift and is super valuable to sell for basically no investment whatsoever. Alright, so it's only 10:10. We have plenty of time to go visit Marnie, get that cow, and then also head up to the mines. It is no one's birthday today, so we don't have to worry about that, but we can throw these mushrooms that we got from Demetrius's experiment into the community center, and while we're at it, let's take a parsnip to give Marnie, since we need to make friends with her, so we can get into the bedroom for Mayor Lewis's lucky purple shorts.
That is the worst idea I've ever heard in my life, Tom.
All right. Head down to Marnie's ranch. Let's clear some of these weeds and hay. We'll get plenty of hay in our silo. At some point we may want to build another silo. They're cheap and we will have all the stuff for them, but for now with our one cow we don't really need to worry about it. We'll have plenty for at least the first year winter. All right, see, so there's Mayor Lewis's lucky purple shorts. We can't get in there because we're not good enough friends with her, but we can give her a parsnip to send her on our way to making better friends. We're going to buy a cow, $1,500 like I said. Up at the top, it shows we have to choose a barn for our new white cow. We only have one barn, so she is going to live in there. Game wants to call her Bretta. I'm going to name her Roberta instead because why not? As far as the color of the cow, it makes absolutely no difference. You get the same product from a cow, whether it is brown or white. When we start buying our chickens, on the other hand, we are going to need one white chicken and one brown chicken. So that's where you look up and see the color. And I'll point that out when we go ahead and build our chicken coop and buy chickens, which should be before the end of this season.
Okay, Pookie.
All right, so she's sending little Roberta over. Let's go say hi to Roberta and then head over to the community center, drop off this stuff, and then make our way over to the mines for hopefully clearing about 5 levels, maybe a little more depending on how well we do. What we really need to do is start stockpiling some of that iron ore because we need 5 iron bars to upgrade our axe so we can get through that log and get into the secret woods for our fiddlehead fern for the purposes of the community center. All right, hello Roberta. Make sure early on you touch your cow every day. All right, we need 14 hay. All right, well, this is going to be a mess up, so when you're grabbing hay from the fodder bundle, be a little bit more careful because I can't return just one of them, and once the feeder is full, you can't grab one at a time from that little fodder thing there. So we'll have to wait until Roberta eats some of her hay or we build our coop in order to get that for the fodder bundle. It doesn't matter at this point, we don't have our wheat regardless, and nor do we have our 3 apples because those take until fall to grow. But so next time around, just be careful, grab them one at a time hitting the X button. Don't get more than you need to fill up that little feeding bundle there, or make sure you just donate them and set them separately into the bundle or into your bin before you go messing with feeding your cow. Open the barn door, which I did a second ago because they like to be outside and eat outside. Clearing up some space in my inventory here and grabbing a few gifts to give to people on our way over to the mines. So cauliflower and a couple strawberries. People generally like those. These mushrooms will go in their respective bundles in the community center, and we'll get into the mines probably before 2 o'clock.
Boy, this is bogus, man.
Carolyn likes a nice cauliflower. She can have that. Yes, I am sure you may have it. Harvey likes fruits and vegetables. I didn't actually give him 2 gifts this week yet. I just hit it twice, so such a nice gift. Thank you. He likes that too. And Demetrius, this strawberry is one of your favorites, so yes, it is amazing. And I am growing lots of interesting stuff on my farm. All right, head into the community center. One of these mushrooms goes into the exotic forageable bundle over here, or no, the dye bundle, excuse me. And one goes into the exotic goods or exotic forageable bundle in the crafts room. Yeah, exotic forageables. So we've completed that bundle. We're going to get a reward, which I believe is some food. What is it? Let's see. All right, 5 Autumn's Bounty. That's awesome. Those are worth a ton of health and energy. They'll be nice to have with us in the mines, and we'll be able to stop worrying so much about obsessively building our lovely field snacks, at least for the time being, until those run out. All right, head up toward the mines. It's going to be a little after 2 o'clock, which gives us plenty of time to clear 5 levels on a good luck day. Hopefully we'll get lots of ore and stuff for the community center or the museum. In the meantime, there's some stuff on these floors that is actually required for the community center bundles, including the frozen tier, the aquamarine, and sometimes you get some drops from some of these other creatures down here that are useful for the community center, including the crystal fruit and I think the winter root. So maybe we'll get one of those as we're hanging around here. It's a good luck day, so let's check for the entrance right here. Nothing doing. Kill some slimes. Oh, that is a speedy guy, isn't he? And, alright, no ore on this floor, which is a bit of a disappointment. That's kind of why we came in here, but we've already seen one in here right now. More slimes. There's that frozen tier I was talking about. That is something that is loved by Sebastian. He absolutely adores them as gifts. You can get some friendship points up pretty quickly with him by giving him those, but it is also, like I said, something in the community center. It's pretty common, so if we see Sebastian around in the next little while as we're wandering around, I might just pass it off to him for the friendship points.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
We will certainly find another one before we get to the bottom of these frozen levels of the mines. The exit is already available, and now we're getting more of this ore, which is great. There's also, let's eat some field snacks so we don't die, but there's also some of those boxes and bins and crates and stuff over in the corner up there, so we'll make a full circuit around this floor so we can go over and hit those. They often give us lots of good stuff like hardwood, gems, sometimes other weapons, all that kind of stuff. So even though we know where the entrance is on this next level already, let's go through, kill all these stupid slimes, and make our way over to those chests.
No, on second thoughts, let's not go to Camelot. It is a silly place.
Right.
Okay, this is going to be an aquamarine, which is one of those that are used in the dye bundle of the community center. Like I was talking about, it's also a donatable item for the community or for the museum, but I'd rather put it in the community center since the museum can happen on its own time, and we're trying to complete the community center by the end of this first year. Alright, got 3 hardwood from those lovely chests and crates. Alright. So there's lots of slimes on this floor, also lots of these little dust sprites. The dust sprites do basically no damage, but they are super nice because they drop coal when you kill them oftentimes, and they will oftentimes drop things like crystal fruit and some other items that are helpful for the community center and have a fairly high resale value early on in the game.
Yeah, in your bra.
So let's go through and kill all those guys, make sure we get all of our crates and barrels and whatever those are for the hardwood. Kill that dust sprite. Get this ore. We are starting to feel exhausted, so let's eat a field snack before we pass out, chopping that ore down. And get this last little ore over here and head down to level 50. 7 o'clock, so we'll call it there, but we get a reward. These are the Tundra boots. They are an improvement over the boots that we got on a lower level, and I will show you that right here. So the previous boots we're wearing are leather boots, plus 1 defense, 1 immunity. These are plus 2 defense and plus 1 immunity, so let's switch those out. We can head over to the Adventurers Guild and sell that sword. The Forest Sword is still a level 5 sword. It's 8 to 18 damage. You can technically do more damage with the Iron Sword, but it's heavier, it swings slower, and it does not fit my style of play. So it's sort of up to you which weapon you choose. I recommend trying them both out before you go ahead and run right over here and sell them. But personally, I'm more of a spam attacker, and the faster swinging helps me out. So I'm going to save the Forest Sword that I've been using, get rid of the leather boots and the Iron Sword. Can sell this Batwing. We have a few of those hanging around, I think.
And the sky was full of what looked like huge bats.
And we'll save our slime because those are helpful for some of the items we're going to need to craft going forward. I think that's it. We have money to buy some of these other items here from the Lovely Adventurers Guild, but we're not going to do that for now. We need to save our money for bigger and better things. Later on in the game, if you haven't found those items in various drops from enemies or chests or whatever, you're going to have more than enough money to buy them probably by the end of this year, or at least into year 2. Alright, so we can head back to the farm at 7:30. We're running kind of low on energy, but we now have an extra field snack as well as that lovely Autumn's Bounty. So I guess what makes sense to do is, I think Sebastian hangs out over here smoking a cigarette. Yes, he does. Alright, he can have that frozen tear. What's the point of going outside? I've already seen it all. Alright, you're like 18, man. Relax. You have not seen it all.
I have seen shit that'll turn you white.
Little bunny hopping away. We already gave Demetrius a gift, but let's go over to the community center, drop off this stuff, and see if we have some time to chop some wood or whatever, so we can save up for the coop, which is the next thing that we're going to need to buy, so we can get the large eggs that we need for the animal bundle in this community center here. Alright, so the dye bundle is that aquamarine. None of these other 2 gems, it's a jade and a topaz. Neither of those are needed in the community center. I think we already donated the topaz, but with jade is new, so we're going to save that for the museum later on. And maybe we'll sell the topaz today. Why not? Give us a little bit of money since we didn't really earn a whole lot otherwise throughout the course of the day. We don't have any crops and any of that stuff coming in, so won't be a big money-making day, but we did get 15 ores, which equals 3 iron bars, so we're going to be well on our way toward that axe that we're going to need to upgrade in the next week or so here. Alright, throw that crystal fruit down where it belongs in this crafts room bundle, the winter foraging bundle, and head back to the farm to close out the day with some chopping of wood and whatever else we are going to do. Need to grab our mushrooms from Demetrius and organize our chests for the evening. So that'll take us right around to midnight. Head back. We already took a gander up there earlier for forageable items.
What the hell is a gander anyway?
The best stuff to find in spring, I think, are the sweet peas, or in summer, excuse me, are the sweet peas because those are a loved gift by a lot of the villagers. Alright, start putting our ore in the forger. We're going to save that jade. Like I said, we already donated the topaz, but Gunther can tell us more about this, so he goes in there. Don't need the copper ore for now. We already have 11 of those hanging around. Plenty to start upgrading some tools, but I'm going to save the money for now. And need to go grab our mushrooms from Demetrius. Let's hang on to this coal because I think the iron bar will finish up tonight. Check if Roberta ate any of her hay so we could get our fodder bundle. That is not what happened. Usually if you let the animals out during the summer, they're going to be happier, but they're not going to eat the stuff that they have inside the barn. I guess I could be wrong about that, so I'm going to check here and there, but she has not eaten anything yet. I normally let my animals out every day, so I don't pay attention to whether they ever eat the hay that's in there. I don't think they do, though. Alright, so sell our topaz. We do not need a morel for anything. Those are worth quite a bit of money. And so are the chanterelles, the common mushroom, 3 of those. So we are in pretty darn good shape as far as money goes, considering all we really sold today was that topaz and some mushrooms. It's always nice to have the extra mushrooms, which is why I suggested you take that option with Demetrius. With the fruit cave option or the fruit bat cave option, you get some of the stuff that is more rare as far as fruit goes for the purposes of the community center, but you're just not making the money, so can be frustrating when you go in there and check every day for like a week and a half straight, and there's nothing in there other than like 1 blackberry or 1 grape, and you're not really getting what you need for the community center, and it's not worth a whole lot of money. I'd rather take the easy money.
Easy money. Come on.
All right, so throw our wood in that little chest there. Save this last. I'm going to make this guy black because I keep going into the one I have saved for seeds, and I'll probably still do it anyway, but that way hopefully I'll remember black as my mining stuff. And have a couple minutes left. Let's grab our watering can and our scythe because we're going to use those tomorrow for the purposes of watering and scything, if you will. I don't think our hay is going to be, or our wheat is going to be done. It's a few days away there, but maybe clear some grass and all that. All right, we already said hello to our dogs, so let's go to sleep for the night. See how much money we made and whether or not we leveled up any of our skills. Alright, leveled up our combat, so we can now make a roots platter. Got 5 more hit points. The roots platter is sort of useless to us because we don't have a kitchen yet, but it will be helpful once we expand our house. We made almost $600 off of foraging, $80 off of that topaz, so not a super lucrative day, but we are coming up on the amount of money that we are going to need in order to have both that axe upgrade and the lovely milk pail for Roberta's milk. So overall, we had a really productive day, got lots of iron ore. Catch you next time on Allison Walkthroughland.